There are a lot of age gap romance mangas out there, in which you would hear the sirens blaring in the background as you see the two MCs getting together. But The Girl and Her Guard Dog is a whole ass case itself. Because unlike other mangas out there, this one basically tells the readers to wear their rose-tinted glasses and to gloss over the grooming of the main female lead. So a quick recap to all those who had the saving grace not to come across this amazing piece of media. Saku, 15-year-old who has lost her parents at a young age. Therefore, she goes into the care of her grandfather, who is a Yakuza member. So throughout her entire life, whenever her classmates found out about Isaku's family, they were really hesitant to hang out with her. Therefore, she grew up without much friends. But now that she's in high school, she wants to change that. And in order to do this, she decides to be more out there. And this is where the male lead comes in. Keiya. To describe this guy in one word, he is creepy. Like, that's all I could say about this man. Keiya is basically Saku's guardian. So after her parents' death, her grandfather brought Keiya into the household and he has been looking after her since she was a young girl. And now, in order to protect her, he decides to enroll in the same high school as Isaku. And he does this by bribing the principal. But as the series go on, you realize the main reason he's basically there is so that he could stop her from speaking to other guys. Oh, I forgot to mention, he's 26. Yeah, so there's basically a grown-ass man acting as a high schooler in a place filled with kids. And to make it just a tad bit worse, he's also in love with Isaku. Yeah. Now that you guys understand the vague plot of the series, let's just get into what just did not work about this anime. It's boring. The animation for this is so bad. And I don't know if it's a lack of expressions on his face, but at certain points, Keiya could pass off as a Roblox character. It's just the emptiness in his eyes at certain times whenever he's like talking to like other characters. And you could clearly see the animators were not getting paid enough for what they were doing, or they just did not like their job enough to actually put an effort into this anime. And if you think at the start it looks bad, when it comes to the end of the season, the animation is quite questionable. As well as this, the show introduces a few characters here and there, but they don't delve into them any more than that. And see, this would not have been a problem if the main two characters were interesting, but they're not. Keiya and Isaku has the personality of a goldfish. They don't match each other at all. I know it's a romance anime, but I feel like they're acting within their own anime and it just feels so forced between these two characters. But I need to give credit where it's due. The manga, the art style within the manga is amazing. But that's how much credit I would give it. Because the main controversy behind this manga is actually that it glorifies pedophilia. Yes. So you would have realized by now, Isaku is 15 and Keiya is 26. And we know that she's always had some sort of feelings for him. But what makes it worse is that Keiya is not opposed to this. And instead of not reciprocating it, he does the complete opposite and pursues her, restricting her from talking to other males. Even more worse is that he's legally her guardian and has been looking after her since the age of 3. And each and every time he brings up this fact, saying that he's her father, he's her brother, he's her guardian, it just makes me look a bit sick. Because he knows what he's doing with this girl. Another thing about this manga I find quite icky as well is the characters. Because not only are they bland, but it seems like the concept of morality just does not exist in this world. Because not a single person is batting an eye to this really weird relationship between Isaku and Keiya. And when the grandfather finds out about this relationship, he quite literally just laughs and blesses them, even advising Keiya to, protect himself if they're ever going to do the nasty, which is so terrible when you realize she is a child. This is one of her trusted adults in her life that are saying this. But when a character named Shido arrives at their place and he starts to see the dynamic between Isaku and Keiya, he's thinking, oh, this is a bit weird, like this should not be like this. And he calls out Keiya for being a groomer, as he also acts like he's Isaku's guardian while being in a romantic relationship with her. And we think, oh my god, he's gonna put a stop to this. But it all goes in vain when we find out that this man Shido had a relationship with Isaku's mother when she was 15 and he was 20. And he had looked after her mother since the age of 10. So he was basically another version of Keiya. And even as the series go on and they try to portray Saku as this headstrong girl, they just fail to let her personality truly shine through, because she's always overshadowed by her love for Keiya, because that's basically what she is in this anime. And though she does fight back during certain instances, especially when she's kidnapped by that weird long-haired guy, I don't know his name, and when he was like about to assault her, all her efforts go in vain when she just decides to let him go. And just this manga just proceeds to just downplay all the serious moments and traumatic incidents that just happens to this girl. And this aspect of just building up her character and showing certain parts of the personality only for her to die down after a while just lacks the nuance and the independence that they tried to give Isaku at the start of the series. As of now, the manga is still ongoing and both of the characters have gone into a relationship. Honestly, it's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever witnessed, because Keiya is acting as a high school student along with his 16-year-old girlfriend, and just the pure fact of him calling himself her father, her brother, and now her boyfriend is just so gross, because he just brings it up so much, along with the fact that he doesn't even allow her to even talk with other guys, or gets so jealous whenever like a guy talks to her about something as simple as schoolwork. It's just crazy to me. But the thing is, he would brag about all the girls he slept with, or he would talk about all the girls he's flirted with, while he tries to put like a strict control on Isaku and like who she gets to interact with daily in her life. It really makes me wonder, at what age did he start seeing Isaku in this way? Because honestly, this just gives me another Usagi drop kind of feeling, but without all the build up and the disappointment afterwards. And also because it's a shoujo manga, you kind of are bound to know that the main leads are going to end up together no matter how controversial the age gap is. But it's just a pure fact of glorifying how Keiya's love for her is true love, and how Isaku and Keiya should be together forever, even though he was basically to be like a father figure to her and basically saw her grow up. It's all glossed over as like this sense of, oh, he's just protecting me because he loves me, therefore he's the perfect man for me sort of shit. After all of this and coming up to date with the manga, I genuinely don't think anything's going to change within this series. I just feel like they're going to be endgame after this, even though they've started introducing a new character, which I think would potentially be like a love triangle type of aspect that they're going for. I don't think the anime is going to get a season 2, because I felt like most people hate watched it more than watching it because they like the series. And with that, I genuinely hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was short, but I just needed to talk about it because I was gobsmacked at what I was reading. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. So bye!